What is going on, everybody? HR Falcons 22 back here again, doing another dip review for you guys. I'm here with my buddy Nick. Nick goes to the University of North Carolina, Chapel. Actually, no, we won't mention where you go to school because we're about to talk about some serious shit in this video. Oh my god. Why is it serious shit? I'm finally in Europe. What does that mean that I'm finally in Europe? AKA, like, one, dip is banned in Europe. There is no such thing as dip in Europe, which kind of sucks. But there is such thing as Heineken, and I did not drink Heineken much at all. Like, if I had not had Heineken before I came here, and then I totally realized how awesome Heineken is, but now I slowly but steadily am realizing that it tastes more and more like water. Like, by the end of the study abroad trip, probably, going to be able to pound, like, 20 of these, and then die. So
we're at 12 right now.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. So, this is the first dip review from the pad. We live on what the fuck is the name of it?
Oceandijk.
Oh, Oceandijk. Yeah, Oceandijk is the name of our street here in the Netherlands.
Too.
Yeah, it's got some weird spelling or whatever. It's like OOSTZ ZEEDIJK, like some weird shit.
How that spells Oceandijk?
I have no idea. No one knows. Only Red knows. God. It's a Pineapple Express quote for all of you who didn't catch it. So, what I'm going to be doing today, I figured I would just the only two dips that I have with me right now are the Copenhagen Wintergreen and Skoal Mint. So, we'll just mix them together and have ourselves a little mint orgy right now. So, let's go ahead and do that right now. And then we'll go into some stories about, let's see, Broncos and Peyton Manning, why Peyton Manning is probably the coolest person ever. I love him. Europe, and just some crazy shit that we've already done. Nick, feel free to share your stories. Nick, you can also take a lipper if you want. I mean, I'll offer it, but I don't know if you're I mean, I don't want to force you into anything, but
that's nice, but I can't
that's
say
what
straight
I told
as it is. So we'll keep that down.
That is fine. That is all good.
Welcome to Europe.
So we'll tell some stories about Europe, and then I don't know. I wanted to go off on a little bit of a tangent, because obviously America is the greatest fucking country in the world. That's not a question. Even though Obama, the government shutdown, everything else that is wrong and decrepit about our society. Yeah, decrepit. It just brings to mind images of a rickety old man.
I'm just this house, the Senate, just slowly crumbling down.
Yeah, which sucks because America used to be the fucking shit, and then I don't know. Maybe it's our moral fiber, I don't know, whatever it is. But that's where I'm really glad that I'm wearing the camo hat in honor of, number one, my friend Mick Sestia back in Okinawa, serving his time with the U.S. Marine Corps. Props to you, brother. But also, for armed forces in general, I haven't seen Lone Survivor yet. And I really fucking want to, because everybody has been saying that, this is the movie that, if you're fucking American, a patriot or whatever, you need to go see.
To go see.
Yeah.
I've been told it's more affecting than Saving Private Ryan. And it just touches on the heart of everything.
Yeah, that's what somebody was telling me. They were Saving Private Ryan was great and everything, obviously. Saving Private Ryan is one of the best war movies ever made, if not the best. But Lone Survivor is just, from what I've heard and what I've read, in your face craziness. So I mean, if you've seen it, just feel free to send me a direct message or just let me watch the movie by myself. The problem is trying to find a place in the Netherlands. I don't know if there's a cinema around here that does it in English.
Yeah,
there might not
be. That English thing is important.
All this shit about, you always hear in the news, right? Oh, Americans are so dumb because Americans don't know any other languages. I would say, yes, they speak English here, true, and they speak Dutch, obviously. But, do you think their English is passable?
No, no.
It's probably, if I spent a year maybe learning Dutch, I could probably speak Dutch at the same level that they speak English. I don't know, it's not like everybody everywhere else knows English perfectly. That's fucking garbage. Anyways, let's shut the fuck up. Let's take a dip. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to do one Copenhagen Wintergreen and in that side, and then we're going to supplement that a little bit with some of the refreshingness for Copenhagen Wintergreen, pungent, very strong wintergreen flavor. Skoal Mint, Still a nice mint flavor, but not as overpowering. Definitely as a Copenhagen Wintergreen. It's more of a light minty, like, hey, I'm here, but like, and like, maybe your girlfriend will think that you were chewing gum instead of dipping, but in reality, it's Skoal Mint, and it's fucking awesome. I love Skoal Mint. So, let's go ahead and kill the rest of this can. Oh yeah. As you can probably hear, we got some Rolling Stones going right now. So this is just a very chill evening. What have we been doing thus far, Nick? We've been planning a excursion to Norway. Yeah, that's like, I mean, that's tops on my list, dude. Yeah. Like that's what I want to do. I'm really dead set on having like, and maybe you're probably the same way, like having this very like Henry Thoreau like type
just
moment.
Going out there into the wilderness.
Yeah, just going out like alone and I don't know. I feel like that'd be fucking awesome. So obviously I'm spitting in a fucking Heineken bottle. God, one more. I'm done with the mud jug comments. Like, do you know what mud jug is? Have you ever heard of it?
I have not actually.
It's like a portable spittoon and like
okay.
It's really fucking cool. Like it doesn't spill and like it rights itself when you kick it over. It comes in all these cool patterns, but like. I mean, it was a bitch to pack. And like, fuck, I'd rather
Might as well just. Speaking of beer, learned how much I take American beer for granted after being on this. How many beers are at a bar here?
1, 2,
1 or
3,
2,
maybe.
Tops 3. If it's an Irish pub and it has Guinness.
Yeah.
But it's normally Heineken
and Jupiler,
something you don't want to get, and then Bavaria. Yeah, which didn't even know existed. and that's all more expensive than a nice hard Coors, Bud, Miller.
Even though
Yingling.
like Bud and Coors pretty much taste the same to me at least. But
there's maybe a little bit difference, but
at least
still,
the variety is there.
Yeah,
you know.
You can walk into any bar back home, UNC, and you can easily order one of hundreds of drinks. Yeah. Here you got a choice of like 10, 15 maybe.
Yeah.
And that's if you want to drop 20 euros.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Which, I mean, I found, like, okay, everything is more expensive in Europe, Like, even though studying abroad is probably, like, and maybe you'll agree with me on this, like, we'll go into the topics, like, right now. Europe and some cool shit that has happened in Europe after we talk about the Broncos and Peyton Manning, because Peyton Manning is the fucking man. And, I mean, all I can really find out to talk about him is that, yes, while I do, in fact, love Peyton Manning, I really, like, love the guy, respect the shit out of him. But, when you think about it, like, who we got coming up in the playoffs? We got the Patriots, I think, right?
Tom Brady.
Yeah. So, like, as much as I hate Tom Brady, and everybody knows I fucking hate Tom Brady, Tom Brady has put up numbers in the playoffs where Peyton Manning hasn't. Peyton, I'm sorry, if you're out there, you're watching my dip reviews, like, what the fuck is this kid saying? Like,
we love you, Peyton. We're going to throw that out there. If you are, by some chance, message us.
But Tom Brady puts up numbers. You can't argue with the fact that he puts up numbers.
And he's put up numbers with less players around him than Peyton has had.
That's true.
In some of these years, his wide receivers have been, I can't even name some of them.
Well,
there was one year that he had a stacked lineup.
Yeah.
Where he had Randy Moss.
Yeah,
and he had all that, but that was 1 year.
But, like, you also have to count on the fact that, like, okay, who does Peyton Manning have? Like, yeah, we have Noshawn Moreno and or, like, Demarius Thomas.
And, like,
okay. Well,
Julius
see, but
Thomas.
Welker got, like, 2 concussions in the span of, like, 2 weeks. So Welker's, like, about fucking brain dead. And then...
Not as good as me out there, right?
Yeah.
Go run a route.
Oh,
okay. Okay, yeah.
Oh, you got it, coach. Yeah. But, like, Eric Decker, Eric Decker seriously gets tackled by Manti Te'o's girlfriend every fucking game. He just finds ways to trip over himself, I swear. Eric Decker is just, he's like, I mean, he's in the NFL, and what the fuck am I doing? Like, sitting here making a dip review in Europe with a boonie hat on. But, like, Eric Decker literally just finds ways to trip over himself. He's such a non-athlete, it's not even funny. Like, but he also played baseball in college. And his girlfriend, or his fiance now, Jessie James, I don't know, she's hot as fuck. She is so fun. So, I mean, props to Eric Decker for that.
Yeah. If you're watching this, props to you.
Good on him. Alright, so Europe. Some good shit about Europe, because obviously a lot of people like to hate on Europe, like, oh, America's so much fucking better than Europe. There are some very redeeming qualities about Europe. Let's see. We're in the Netherlands right now, so it's exactly like it would be in Colorado. The weed is completely legalized, which obviously like none of us have gotten in too deep with, because none of us want to fuck around with that. Because we've got, let's see, Chapel Hill, South Carolina, another kid from Virginia. Fucking Hakeem. God. Kids from the Southern Cal. Washington, yeah. And like a bunch of international kids. So like everybody here is, I don't know, would you like on the scale of like smartness or whatever, like everybody's pretty driven, everybody's pretty like smart. Yeah. So like none of us can afford to get like super fucked up every single night. Although I think we probably did for probably the first week. We were drunk 75% of the time.
It's like water. It's cheaper than water.
It really is. It is cheaper. So
it's very easy to justify going at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and getting 3 Heinekens at lunch.
Oh yeah, completely. So I paused the music. Sorry everybody, but now is the time for real talk. So the thing about Europe is like, yes, nobody really speaks English like as well as you would expect them to, but the fact that you're surrounded by all this architecture and like shit that's been there since literally like 1600, who else could have walked there? Like, dude, maybe Napoleon walked in the same steps that we did. I don't know. But like just the thought of it, like, oh, hey, I think of like who might have walked here. That's fucking cool to me. Like, I don't know. Europe is fucking cool. Traveling is fucking cool. If there is one thing, and like obviously I know, okay, a lot of dippers, like obviously dippers, I'm a fucking patriot as well. I love America. At the same time, get out, see the world, see some shit. The thing about traveling is it just alters your perspective. It alters the way that you see the world, and you see just so much more shit. Like, when we finally go back home or whatever, Nick's only here for 3 months, but when I go home after 6 months or whatever, and you come back from Europe, and you go back to your own little community and everything, the world just seems so much smaller. I don't know, all of a sudden, like, doing normal shit, like driving an hour to get to the mountains or something, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal anymore.
When you have connections with someone in Brazil and someone from Spain and someone from, where is it? Germany, China, Latvia. That's what happened.
So, so there's this girl. She's like I don't know, maybe she's like a mentor, like a buddy for one of the other people in our program. She's from Latvia. Her name is Zentra. Super hot. Way hot, like sort of Asian, but like when you look at her, you're like Asian. But then you kind of like
close, and you're like, is it though? Like,
I don't know. Like, but she's super hot. But like we have reason to believe that she might be a prostitute, and like the majority of girls from Latvia, not the majority.
And that's about 30% of our reasoning too. So.
Yeah. But I mean that's Zentra for you. My first impression of Latvia was just this smoking, like, Zentra, like, oh my god.
I'm from Latvia. I said, I need to visit.
I'm going to Latvia.
Yeah, that's our next day trip right there.
God. So what else have we done in Europe? Let's see. We went to Amsterdam. We went to Amsterdam last weekend, which, as you can imagine, Amsterdam is just ridiculous. It is the hedonistic playground of everybody in Europe. There is like drug tourism because everybody obviously just shows up for the coffee shops. You go get baked in a coffee shop, and then you go to the Van Gogh Museum like we did.
Oh my gosh.
Like we went to a coffee shop, obvi, and then we went to the Van Gogh Museum, and literally looking at some of Van Gogh's shit while you're just like, whatever, was so awesome. It was so fucking cool.
When the picture that it says Van Gogh looked at for 7 hours and it changed his entire life, you just have to take at least 5 minutes just to stare at that. And it speaks to you too, sometimes actually speaking. But
it's like, depending on what you smoked in the coffee shop. So, like, I don't know, dude. Like, Amsterdam was fun. We did the Van Gogh Museum. That was cool. Like, the Van Gogh Museum was fucking awesome. Amsterdam, in general, really a cool place.
Time. If you're in Europe, it's a must go.
The Heineken tour. Oh my god. Okay, so like as much as we are probably going to end up ripping on Heineken after the end of this 3 months, 6 months, like,
and then secretly go buy it on the side and not.
Like, I fucking love Heineken, not only because it's like decent tasting beer, but like
it's like my beer now.
But like their brew tour, their brewery tour was so awesome. It was so fucking cool.
It made it sound like they were making champagne.
Yeah, you got so like when you went to the Heineken tour, right? You got this wristband like right here, right? The Heineken one, and it had these little spots on it like for these tokens. And 2 green tokens was good for like 2 beers at the end of the tour. And then you got a white one, which was good for, I don't know, a free bottle opener at the gift shop or something like that. Which, like, that's fucking cool. Their whole brewery tour was just so cool. And, like, so they took you on one of those rides where it's like a virtual reality ride, like, where you went and sat in, like a hydraulic fucking lift type thing.
Yeah.
And then, like, a roller coaster virtual scene played in front of you. It was like that, but they made it look like you were an ingredient in the beer.
Like you went through the process.
Yeah, like getting...
It shook you, and it shot out some bubbles, and then also some DJ stuff. Yeah, inside the Heineken experience, there was a DJ spinning when you walked in and you were drinking. And so I felt at the end, I was like, I'm not in this factory. I'm pretty much like, I felt like I was in a club.
Yeah.
I was like, this is just like a disco club right now. Like,
yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. God, but like so like the Heineken tour, awesome. Go to Amsterdam, do the Heineken brewery tour, just absolutely an awesome time. Then we went to the Red Light District. I made the mistake of, I was like filming, because they've got like prostitutes, right? They've got girls literally just like in the windows dancing, and it's like red light district, so they've got the red lights and everything above them, and you pay 50, I think it's 50 euros for 15 minutes or a half hour or something like that.
Some people have said 20. I wasn't really looking into it, so yeah. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly.
Like, you like pay these girls, right? You pay these girls 50 euros and literally just like do whatever you want to them. And like, so I was videotaping the girls in the windows, failed to recognize that there was a blatant like do not videotape thing, or like no pictures allowed type thing. I probably should have gotten fucking shot in the red light district. I should have gotten like at least gotten my phone confiscated by a bouncer or something. So I mean, Amsterdam, try it out, cool place. Let's see, today we went to Delft. Delft is like a city that's probably 20 minutes away from where we're studying, which is in Rotterdam. And Delft was fucking cool.
It was beautiful.
You like wouldn't expect much. It sounds emasculating to say like, oh, it was a beautiful place. But this place was fucking beautiful.
It was breathtaking.
It was cool as shit. It was like Amsterdam, but just on a smaller scale. So if you're ever in the Netherlands,
less commercialized.
Yeah. Less people to deal with.
Oh
for sure.
My gosh, so nice! You could actually walk the streets without almost getting in a fight. Somebody bumps you.
You almost got smoked by a tram that one day.
Okay, well that happens almost every day.
These
trams are silent, and they just like come behind you, and you don't realize it.
Yeah.
So like you feel the wind just go past you.
That and the bikers, bikers everywhere in the Netherlands. Like you will get laid out. You will get straight up trucked by a biker.
There's more bikes here than there are actual people.
Yeah.
In the Netherlands. And you don't expect that to be true until you see these like 5-story tall bike parking lots that just seem to go on for a mile.
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous, dude. But I mean, I would say on the scale of like countries that I've visited or whatever, like the Netherlands is definitely up there. Like Amsterdam is definitely up there. Rotterdam is a fucking cool place. Like, I mean, in general, go to Europe, go anywhere, go to Africa. Fuck, I don't care. Like, just go see some shit. Because I can tell you, like, definitely living with people here and, like, I don't know, getting the whole Euro experience or whatever, it's fucking cool. And it's totally worth it. It's expensive, but how many people turn down shit in their life because they're like, oh, it's too expensive.
It'll cost me too much. I won't be able to do this, like, next month.
Who cares?
You never know what's going to happen next month. I'm not going to be I'm out of here in April. I think it is, yeah. Out here in April. I'm trying to cram in everything I can. Because I know when I go back home, when can I be like, oh, let me fly or let me take a train to Norway to climb a mountain and stay in a lodge and cook fish on an open fire.
That's what we're planning on doing.
That's actually going to be our next weekend.
Yeah. Hopefully. I mean,
no, it'll happen.
It'll definitely happen. So, I mean, that's the shit that's going on over here in Europe. Let's get back to the dip a little bit. If I had to, like, so we've got the slightly pungent Copenhagen Wintergreen in this lip, and we've got the much more balanced, the much mintier, lighter on the palate Skoal Mint in this lip. And melding together, I mean, considering that they're like the only 2 dips that I brought. Like I bought 2 logs of Skoal Wintergreen and 2 logs of Copenhagen Wintergreen, and just brought them with me because that was like that was all that I was going to be able to carry like through customs and shit. So I was just like, oh, fuck it, I'll buy it. And, I mean, truth be told, I do like this combination. I wouldn't have thought that it would go together, but for some reason it does. It's kind of like if Sprite were a dip, this would be it. It's kind of like sweet because you've got the pungent spiciness of the Copenhagen Wintergreen mixed with kind of the lighter, like bubbly, carbonated flavor almost of Skoal Mint.
So one's like the lemon and one's the lime. One's the comes together for this smooth, bubbly,
just this fucking synergy of dip deliciousness. So, I mean, on the scale of like combinations that I've tried, I don't think it's near the top. It just happened to be what I threw together for this dip review, like at the last second. I would much prefer to, I would like to see what something like a Skoal or a Copenhagen Straight and a Copenhagen Wintergreen would be like. Because I have a feeling that Copenhagen Straight, being like very spicy and earthy and everything, it might go a little bit better with the Skoal Mint. I don't know if Wintergreen and Mint is like the best combination for I don't know, dipping purposes.
Dipping pleasure.
Yeah, I need to get my hands on. Hopefully, when we go up to Norway, when we go up to Norway, they'll have snooze, which is like
I know snooze.
Yeah, so like fucking. Hopefully, I'll try that. Get some real authentic stuff, either in Norway or Sweden, or order something like that. But I mean, as a whole, as like a rating as far as a mixture would go, I'd give it maybe a 7.5 out of 10. I definitely. It's not the best mixture that I've tried. That would probably be. Best mixture that I've tried, probably the Creme de Menthe, the Copenhagen Southern Blend with the beech nut wintergreen. That was really an awesome mixture. But I mean, if you happen to have a bunch of Skoal Mint and a bunch of Copenhagen Wintergreen lying around, if you can find a can of Skoal Straight, then mix one or the other of the mints or the wintergreen with that. Don't mix the two mint and the wintergreen together, because I will say my mouth is fucking mentholated right now. I just feel like my mouth is fucking a thing of Vicks Vapor Rub. So, but how was that? That good? Good imagery?
Oh, I feel like I could taste that in my mouth.
You can taste it
now.
Oh my god! Careful, you might get Hakeem over here.
Oh dear lord!
Jeez. Okay, so God, do we tell him about Hakeem? I don't know. I doubt Hakeem watches dip reviews. So like, Hakeem is like.
So we're gonna tell you anything.
Hakeem is like this big black dude from the University of Virginia. He's like almost too gay to function, which like nothing against him. He's just like another gay dude. But like, it would be less. I would be more comfortable with Hakeem if he like Hakeem literally came on to me, not like came on to me, but like. But fucking like...
You're learning a lot about him.
Hakeem was hitting on me and was like, yeah, Drew's my crush or whatever. And I was just like,
and
wow.
The first time, you're like, oh, and then when he tries to grab his ass, he's like, oh, okay.
Like, I'm super uncomfortable
You're my crush. And it's like, all right, now you gotta stop.
You gotta stop that.
It's like that one fat girl at the party that you're like, please, like, you're nice, but you need to walk away. And she's like, but I might have an STD. That doesn't make it better. Like, please walk away.
Just please walk away. God.
It's just uncomfortable for everybody.
Oh, God. Yeah. But, speaking of, girl, on the flip side of, like...
Speaking of STDs, okay. Let's
so they're, like, are ugly girls, but, like, the rating system that I figured out, like, works best for girls, all sorts of girls. It's just, like, how many STDs could she give me before I would, like, get pissed about it?
Wow.
And if
that's interesting.
Like
I've never thought of it.
I mean, it depends on which STD. If it was, like, HIV/AIDS, I'd be like, stay the fuck away.
Yo, I could kill us who you are.
But, like, I mean, Taylor, yeah, I'd let her give me a few STDs, like, for sure. I don't know.
She might if you... Yeah.
Maybe that's fucked up of me to say. It probably is. It's way too fucked up for anything. But, I mean, so... That's a good rating system to have. How many STDs could a girl have before you would get angry?
We're going to make this popular now. By the time we get back to the States, you're going to hear someone use it, like, okay, in the bar, and you're going to be like, hey, that's from me.
That's and, like, I was inspired after I saw The Wolf of Wall Street, which, like, go and see that. Even though I haven't seen Lone Survivor yet, go see The Wolf of Wall Street. It's really fucking long. Like, I will admit it's pretty long. But, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was an awesome movie. And one of the lines is, like, when Leo DiCaprio meets, whatever, the Duchess of Brooklyn, like, whatever that girl's name is, he's just like, or Donnie, fucking Jonah Hill, is like, oh, I would let her give me AIDS. It's just like, Fuck, man.
You ever think of it until you're like, wait, would I?
Until you're like, wait, would I? Yeah, I would. I don't know. But, yeah, so, I mean, there you have it. That's pretty much the dip review. Again, 7.5 out of 10 as far as the Copenhagen Wintergreen and the Skoal Mint is concerned. If you guys know someplace that, like, besides Northerner, I've been on Northerner for a little while, like, looking at ordering a shit ton of dip to my place here in the Netherlands. But if there's a place that I should be looking online that is maybe available on like some European servers that isn't available on some American servers that can get me authentic, high quality Swedish snus, I would fucking love that. Hit me up with a message about it. Hit me up with a message about anything, except for if you're like, oh, get a mud jug, because obviously I've just got Heineken bottles on Heineken bottles right here to dip and spit in. So, yeah.
It's the eco-conservative thing to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to be green here. And plus, like, when you finish off a bunch of Heineken bottles, right, you finish off a case of Heineken, you put the, like, empty bottles back in the Heineken in the case. You take it to wherever you got the case from, and yeah, they give you They give you 4 euros off your next purchase because you're like recycling.
What is 4 euros in American dollars?
Probably like close to $6-7.
Yeah, so it's about $6-7 back.
Yeah, like, so fucking awesome. Like that is one definitely redeeming quality about Europe. Your ability to turn bottles into
cash.
More bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it perpetuates our drinking abilities when they just kind of like keep subsidizing it.
Yeah, that's the government like here pretty much pays you to get drunk.
Yeah, no,
which is fucking awesome.
Cheaper than water, giving you money when you do it. I mean, it's hard to argue with the benefits of a Heineken.
It's a dream. It's fucking it's paradise over here. So thank you guys again for watching all the way from Europe. HR Falcons 22 coming back at you. I'll probably do, I don't know, maybe I'll do another review soon. I don't really know. But I hope you guys enjoyed the discourse. Hope you're all having a fantastic start to your 2014. And again, best wishes, whatever the fuck it is that you're doing. I don't know. Nick, you got anything to say?
Go America.
Go America. That's about all I got to say. Go America. All right, yo. Well, hey, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll keep you posted on the shit that happens in Europe. If you're interested, follow us on Twitter. Nick, what's your Twitter?
I need to get one.
Okay. All right. Twitterless Nick.
Twitterless Nick.
Well, if you want to follow me on Twitter, like, I really don't fucking care. I'm not like in this whole YouTube game or whatever for like rates, subscribers, anything like that. Like, I obviously just do this for fun and like fucking around. But if you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter name is Drooby Snacks. Like, just I know it's fucking gay, but like,
isn't that a kid's nickname for you?
Oh, Drooby Snacks. Fuck. God. Oh my fucking god. But yeah, it's Drooby Snacks with a Z on the end, and I don't really know why. Or I chose a Z because it's like it's more incisive.
It's more
than an S. It's more just like snacks. So, hit me up, follow me, do whatever. I don't give a fuck. But take it easy, keep on dipping. See you guys next time.